Me. I am a memoir. I said a memoir. The meaning of Mariah Carey.
Hello, Lamely! Welcome back to another bonus episode of Me, I Am a Memoir, the meaning of Mariah Carey. This is Fab. That is Posh. And we are fully festive at the moment.
So festive. There's a tree.
Yeah, I know. There's a tree. There's a photocopy Mariah ornament on it. There's all sorts of stuff
The
going
most
on.
expensive thing on there.
And we are face to face. We are festively face to face. Not butt to face.
We are ball to chair. I'm on a yoga ball, for anyone wondering what that means. It's like boys to men, but ball to chair.
Ball to chair.
With a two. Like, Merry Christmas to you.
Aye.
Yeah. Do you know, I went and listened to our last year's Christmas special to sort of prepare for this, and I made the 3U joke then.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean, it's all happening.
Oh,
and we're
dear.
finally done the episode. We forget.
I forget. I
Yeah,
can't
oh
believe
my
you've gone
God.
back to listen. Like
It's just so that I'm like, let's refresh my memory. Like, I just do it on chipmunk speed.
I don't want to have any.
Can you imagine your voice on chipmunk
Oh
speed?
my God, I'm so annoying. I'm annoying now. Can you?
I don't think I'm much better, to be honest.
The laugh would be the worst.
I think it just
sound like-
cancels itself out. It doesn't exist anymore.
That sounds like Flipper the dolphin.
Oh, Mariah needs to do a
Did you
version of that
know
while squealing.
that Flipper is not a dolphin? The noise of Flipper. Like dolphins don't have vocal cords, so they can only make this weird whistling sound through their blowhole.
Okay.
So the noise you hear on Flipper is a kookaburra in reverse. It's a recording of a kookaburra reversed and sped up.
That's amazing. Oh my God.
And
That was Kookaburra chat.
kookaburra shit, cut it out. Anyway, what are we doing here this week? So we've got a bonus episode. We're looking at Mariah Carey's Christmas Continued.
The title that it is.
The Christmas extended edition.
Oh my God.
And magic continues. So we're going to watch the Apple TV special. We're going to get a posh synopsis of it.
Yes.
But before that, because we are in heavy festive flow,
Auntie's visiting. Aunt Mariah.
we need to get some heavy festive me moments.
Me moments.
So we have every kind. We've got headlines. We've got festive headlines and a lead story.
Oh, what? It's too many.
So Mariah has been boosted. So she is triple DP'd and safe forever.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What is that? What is it? Oh, boosted as in the
booster.
in the injections.
the
Yeah.
vaccine.
I'm getting boosted next week.
And I've got a little while to wait, but
I
we'll be
had
triple
like
DP'd.
a whole month to wait, and then they reduced it, and I'm like, oh, I'm on.
Or maybe I don't. I got a letter, but it didn't say anything.
Oh yeah, we all got that
You know.
from the Prime Minister,
Yeah,
supposedly.
I know, apparently.
I know.
Whoever he
And
is.
the
I don't know
Health
him.
Minister rhymes with Health Minister who is rhyming slang.
I've never noticed.
His name's Greg Hunt.
Right. And his brother Mike. So, apparently years ago, on the first album, Mariah turned down a very, very, very big beverage company
She did.
who wanted her to squeal and break glass. But she looked at who, everyone she was looking up to back then, and they weren't doing it.
No.
But thankfully, they're all dead now.
Yeah.
And she can, get those weird games, war game things, killing people, Mariah style
Yes.
things. It's fine.
But that's,
Coins.
that happens later.
Yeah. And rumours are that we might be getting that Brandy moment and also a moment with the Clark sisters, who I don't know except that my sister's surname is Clark. So maybe it's with them.
My mum's married to her name is Clark. Maybe we're related.
Oh my God. And Melinda Clark from the OC. It's
Oh
all
my
making
God,
sense.
It is. It's the circle of shit life.
But But now we've got the festive headlines.
Festive headline.
Mariah is now the president of the London Underground, becoming the voiceover for the trains. Can you imagine getting
Mind the gap.
right? And Mariah has given Elle Decor a glimpse into her home at Christmas, revealing that she even has a Christmas tree in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
I
In
want a
Aspen.
Christmas tree in the kitchen.
Because she's off to Aspen.
Oh,
Chrissy.
yeah, the Aspen. No Morgan.
No, Morgan.
Yeah.
There's a sign outside.
Aspen, no Morgan. It's like, it sounds like a manga.
Oh my God.
Some sort of anime. My favorite anime is Aspen, no Morgan.
And
It's the one about the donkey man.
oh my God. I don't know what's happening. Tushy up. Tushy side up.
Gary was watching some weird manga anime the other day. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this? He's like, yeah, I don't think I like it. Like,
And I'm going to
no.
watch all of it.
Like, there was a lizard man who bit someone in the head, and then there was someone inside the lizard man talking to the guy who'd been bitten in the head. I was like, this is too
no,
weird.
I
I
can't do
can't understand.
I have Mariah to get into. What are you doing? Now, there may or may not have been free Mariah beanies with the Mariah menu. It depends on which article you read. Sometimes they're like, yeah, there are. Then other times they're like, there's not.
There's not.
And the T-shirt of her at McDonald's all these years ago when she reenacted her and Debrat's Burger King moment.
Yes.
But Mariah has confirmed she doesn't eat on camera anymore.
No.
So that's not happening. Plus, we also found out that Mariah and Monroe's go-to order is a cheeseburger with extra pickles.
Extra pickles.
Apparently Mariah
That
likes
is
the pickle.
controversial.
Don't know.
Or are they? Do they really love playing frisbee in the house?
How big are these pickles? Like tiny, like the way she eats a chip. It's the same with playing frisbee. She's a teeny, tiny
You know, like
frisbee.
people like always throw the pickle. Like they always throw the pickle.
That sounds like a sex joke.
No.
Did you throw the pickle? Yeah, I sure did. Down the hallway. Throwing the pickle down the hallway.
People don't like the pickle, and then they throw the pickle like across the restaurant. Like there's always pickles flying at a McDonald's restaurant.
Do you know what? I worked there for 8 weeks, and even when I didn't touch the pickles, I smelt like the pickles.
Yeah.
When I got home, it was revolting.
The pickles are
Ugh,
pervasive.
not okay.
Pervasive pickle. That was my nickname in high school.
And you were being thrown down the hall. Mariah has presented her rider for McDonald's, which includes
yes.
a meet and greet with Grimace, a red carpet drive-through. I could barely dream of that up. That was
so
just too
good.
much. And no fluorescent lighting.
Yeah.
And there's also
important.
a mixology moment coming with Black Irish, a little virtual event that I think is free.
Cool.
So that's a bit random. If it's at a time that suits Australia, I might have to test that out.
I downloaded the McDonald's app in the vain hope that we would
You'd order it for
that Mariah would turn up on there, and she did not. Anyway, 6 Big Macs later, I have to tell you, she's not there.
I'm just imagining you ordering it from like Santa Monica or something. Like, it'll be
Get
here.
it delivered.
Said Santa.
I want a free thing. She's promised me free
beanies. But in our lead story, Mariah is never going on tour ever again in her life.
I know.
So she has said, I miss my fans and being with them, and that's the only thing that's great. But with COVID, I'm not saying I had it because I've never tested positive for it. But I'm just saying it's a little bit weird right now being around a whole bunch of people or whatever. Sorry, this is controversial.
Yeah.
And the person asked, aren't you at least curious to see how live shows will evolve? And she said, I don't care because I'm not going. So what does this mean? No more Australian...
No more
like
Mariah
MCG
tours?
moments.
Yeah, no.
I'm not okay with this.
I'm not okay. You know what though? No touring doesn't mean no shows.
It might be like a Vegas residency.
I think I can smell a Vegas residency.
Maybe she'll do one in like Sydney.
I will go. I will go to Vegas for like.
We'll do it. We'll live. Like we'll do a commentary live.
Yeah, we'll do it live with our little podcast,
Yeah.
a little OB van that we'll take with us, our outside broadcast equipment, and really shit off everyone sitting around us.
We'll do that anyway. But that does bring us to the end of the Mimi moments.
But you know what I was excited about in that whole piece was the reveal of what's happening in the Butterfly Lounge.
Yeah.
Like just the whole creative process.
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's
get
a
song
moment.
origins
You are.
as they happen.
And we're gonna have
I'll be
breakdowns,
beside myself.
like,
Oh my god!
there'll be scores.
How am I gonna cope with song origins in the moment?
Even more that aren't in the book.
I know. I'll be able to watch the song origins like a movie.
We'll like hire a cinema because you can do that.
I know.
At some of them, we'll hire it and watch the whole thing,
Yes.
whatever she puts out.
Yeah, we'll watch the entire streaming.
You'll fly down. It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah, that'll be a thing.
And this podcast will go forever.
Ever and ever and ever. It'll become the Mariah Carey Song Origins podcast.
Yes. We'll have to redo every album with the origins. I'm definitely here for it. Oh my God.
Anyway, which means it is time to break on down the magic continuing.
Break me on down.
The continuum of magic.
Oh my God.
On the Apple Plusness.
Yes. Or as I call it, 2 songs and an interview.
Well, it's brief.
That was my
That was the Posh synopsis? Oh, okay, done. All right, well, we're almost home.
Yes.
And
Almost there. All right. You ready to break it down?
Posh synopsis. Another festive. Posh synopsis.
It's charming. You were doing your own BVs. It was all happening.
Well, when you started joining in, I thought, I can go lower.
Yeah, we have to. All right. So we open with a giant MC in New York and people dancing. Mm-hmm. Khalid sits for a little bit and mumbles through his verse. Meanwhile, is that Marilyn's piano?
I think it is her Marilyn White grand piano.
It's not, but it's pretending to be. It's acting. It's an actor.
Shush.
Pretending to be. Because I don't think she'd let it out of the house.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
What? I just want to know what... Khalid, I think, has a beautiful voice.
Khalid, did I say it wrong? Khalid? No, it is Khalid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which voice was he singing?
I know. Thankfully, Mariah does show up in her gold dress to teach her enunciation class.
Did we work out how much 60 pounds is in kilograms? Because I'm not aware.
1,000,000. Probably 100. We'll see.
This is weight chat.
I might have gone the wrong way. It might be the other way.
27.
That's what I said. And Mariah sings all of her bits, even her own BVs, because she's Mariah.
She's Mariah. She's amazing.
The dancers return and
all from underneath 30 kilos of dress.
Yeah.
That's how much my television weighs. Like, that's a lot.
She's hiding it under the dress. She's solid. She's like, that's a really nice telly. I'm going to take that with me.
The dress is really light.
Yeah.
She's just nicking off with a Sony.
Not a Sony.
She's got a Bravia strapped to her back. No, she's back with them now.
Well, that's true. So the dancers return and Khalid has been shoved into the dark to orbit around Mariah.
Yes.
And Mariah
Don't come too close. You could have COVID.
Yeah. I've called it the social distancing dress.
Yes. It is.
So Mariah squeals. At this point, Khalid's mic is turned off. Kirk Franklin shows up with the choir. He's also not allowed near Mariah because of the social distancing dress. Then, as if Mariah reached into my brain, it starts to snow on the lyric, rice upon rice upon rice, proving our theory that rice is in fact snow.
It's not.
Did you notice that?
I did.
I was like, she knows. She knows.
What is the lyric? It's not rice.
It's grace upon grace,
grace.
I believe. Because she says grace elsewhere, so I'm pretty sure, which I think is about the little girl from The Nanny.
Yeah.
So how did you
She's
feel
not
about
that
this?
little anymore.
How did you feel about this performance, the world premiere?
I loved it. It was, but it was just like another film clip.
I know, heaven.
Just, I mean, I like the other film clip because there are so many gold and platinum records on the wall.
Yes. Where were the billions?
I know, we didn't have billions and billions. And billions and billions and billions.
And rice
and
upon
billions
rice.
And hits and hits and hits. But it was, it's a great song and I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was fun.
And I love the choir moment. Like that was some fun stuff.
Yeah, and they just rock up. Kirk's like, come on in.
I've got my peeps here.
Yeah.
I'm here with my plus 100.
Which I think is 60 pounds. Now we have old mate Zayn, and Mariah is escorted over by Tanaka and 13 bouncers.
Oh my God, the dress carrying is epic.
She has a quick touch-up, which is not real.
Yes.
Because as if. Like, I'll just do a quick 8-second touch-up. All right. After performing in the lights.
I need checks.
New word, Zayn low-splains literally everything that's happening.
Her whole career, practically.
Yeah. Mariah talks about last year's special and laments that this year the dogs couldn't come because of the drama with the permit or some nonsense.
Yeah.
And Mariah rightly blames this on Zayn, saying that he and Muttley are now in a feud and do not get Cha-Cha started. So Mariah gets the feud thing that, like, I'm all about.
Yes.
It's like, we don't need to know. They don't even need to know, but there's a feud here.
Yeah.
They start talking about the performance of the new song, and Mariah says she's glad not to be schlepping. No
Yes.
offense to schlepping. Like, don't want to offend the schlepping.
Even though, like she said this week, no more schlepping.
Yeah, I think that's where she's like, well. But she has been glad to have a little downtime to get back to the singer-songwriter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zayn does a recap of this exact interview that we're still watching.
Yes.
I was like, what? I don't know.
That's some radio skills there. Oh, have you just tuned in? Well, let me.
Should
catch
we
you up
start
on what's
again
happened.
in the way that Zayn would? So, Mimi moments. Then Mariah tells us that she feels little Mariah has been emancipated in this time, and that there's lots of filming going on behind the scenes. and I'm like, as we've discussed, I'm thinking it's more Butterfly Lounge, not a Mariah's World moment. She denounces sweatpants and hoodies, but likes pajamas, probably because she has pajamas with her face on them.
Yes.
Fair enough. We talk about All I Want for Christmas Is You being certified diamond. Which I love that they put it in there. They filmed it. And they're like, if it's not by the time this airs, we'll just edit it out.
Yeah, sure.
But we think it's
like half of our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Cause
was
chat.
Diamond Chat. Cause chat.
We talk about like Mariah saying that she appreciates the song now in the way that people who aren't her appreciate it. Then Mariah tells the tragic story of some Scrooge who is definitely fired, if not dead, being bleak and taking down her Christmas tree. I hope it wasn't the kitchen one.
Oh my God.
Because it's a special one. Zayn does some very regular singing, and Mariah is like, I love that for you. I was like, don't sing in front of Mariah Carey. Like, what? But luckily,
do you think that was the problem with when she was on Idol? That
people were singing.
People were like,
no,
I can't do this in front of her.
Probably.
Whereas with a regular person, it's like, oh yeah, I can sing in front of her. Don't you worry.
I wonder if Celine came on during that season.
That's why Danny was so good at it.
And Jerry Halliwell.
Jerry Halliwell, great judge. Posh. All of the Spices have been great judges.
I do love that Melanie C did do that Jesus Christ Superstar one and then just happened to get cast as Mary Magdalene. She's like, oh, by the way, I'm just picking my co-star.
Everything's all right. Yes, everything's fine.
My joke at the time was that Kate Sobrano couldn't have done all that cardio because it was like a really like new style. Anyway, luckily Mariah had merch to look at and was mostly happy with the set decorations for the interview, but would have liked to come to set the day before with her art decorator hat on.
Oh yes,
sorry, art director, not decorator.
Art director.
Same thing. Which
the art director orders the set decorators to do their job.
But I assume this is an actual hat that she has.
Oh yeah, she
made.
Would. Yeah.
Not to mess with the hair though, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a hat that kind of hovers. Like
and it has fans in it, so her hair blows.
But she would have liked to do that so she could add the butterflies. But I was like, what are these people even thinking? Like Mariah, like she says she can't put these thoughts into people's heads.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to because you talk about it.
Yeah.
So it should already be in their heads. Why are they even there? Like, idiots.
Yeah.
So
Apple have not paid enough for this special.
No. So Zayn, the rascal, asks a cheeky question.
Oh no.
Gosh darn, he just can't help himself.
What is it?
The question is, are we hopeful we're going to hear something new from you sooner rather than later? Which I was like, I guess that constitutes a question.
Yeah. She just sang
like,
a brand new song.
Literally, and she's already teased the butterflies.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows what a question is.
Yeah.
But Mariah lets him know that the question was worded weirdly, but teases a new moment. And I'm thinking it's the Roof Butterfly Lounge edition.
Oh, yes.
With people who it's been a lifelong dream to work with. So again, Brandy or the Clark sisters.
Right.
Our family. Then Dem Babies are dragged out in Mariah merch, which I have.
Oh my God. I know. I've seen you wearing it.
Yes. And it has its own moment. Like the merch has it. Like, remember.
The merch has a moment.
This is just a big ad.
This is when Mariah makes all of her money for the rest of the year.
Totally.
So she's got to really mint some coin right now. Here are my children wearing my merch. Please buy it. Thank you.
Yeah. Because if you buy it, you're like my children.
Yeah. And if everyone gets the free things from McDonald's, then I'll get asked to do this kind of thing again. And also we'll be able to feed my children
I might
who are starving.
get that Coke sponsorship that I turned down, but now won't. Because obviously it was Coke. So the kids are heaven and everyone argues over who has the most fun. And last year we learned that Rocky woke everyone up at 6 a.m.
Oh my God, I know.
And Mariah was already up from
Yeah.
helping Santa.
Yes.
And I did write that this is actually my favourite moment of the interview, where you know what she's talking about, but we're not talking about it.
Oh, I thought she was recording an album.
Yes, yeah. That's what
I was already up because I was recording an album, and that's what time I finished.
Yeah, fair enough. Then,
I have an assistant to put the things under the tree.
even though they do it wrong and don't put butterflies on it. And some Scrooge takes it down. So Mariah saunters off with her bodyguards to perform while Zayn begs us to watch last year's special, as if we haven't had it on a loop all year. Zayn.
Hello. Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding.
We might be following his advice. Mariah smashes out a little Christmas "Baby Please Come Home," and the dancers have top hats now
I know.
and canes.
Well, that's what you need.
I'm
When
saying-
you've got a tux on and you're
Yeah.
going to be doing dancing, top hat and cane is
I hope they're candy canes,
very
like just
good.
really big ones,
really massive
right?
ones. Break your teeth on that.
Mariah has lost her train though.
Yes.
So how will she keep social distance?
Now the dress is only 30 kilos.
Yeah. The tallies. She's popped the tally somewhere. She's like, I don't need that anymore, thanks.
Yeah.
So we do get a better look at the set, which is pretty heaven.
Yes, it's amazing.
I was a little sad though that they didn't zoom out and reveal that we're actually in a snow globe.
That would have been
Imagine.
great.
And it's on the shelf in last year's special.
Yes.
Right.
Billy Eichner breaks it.
Yes. Mariah wishes us Merry Christmas. The credits roll with Mariah's name being very big and everyone else's being very small.
Yeah.
The end.
The end. It's her show. Why would you have anyone else's name on there?
It seems silly.
They would, they're just visiting.
It's just Mariah Carey and no one else.
Their names can be in a PDF that you can download
From the
later.
website. Or squished, like they're playing next week's episode.
Yes.
And they just squish it down so it's legible.
Yeah, like that. But the thing they're squished by is Mariah's big name.
Yes. And like anytime a name tries to come up, one of the letters smacks it. Like the eyes, like, nope. And you just see the people carrying the stolen telly like going past. It's a whole moment.
I love that Rock and Roll were credited as Rock and Roll.
Oh yeah. They're a duo at this point.
So heaven.
Them babies.
They're them babies.
Them kids. But yeah, that does bring us to the end of the breaking of the down.
Oh, it was a moment.
It was. I had to watch it a few times.
Oh,
to
really?
fully take it in.
Yeah, no. To really
I
experience
mean,
the full grandeur.
Fast forwarded the interview.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need to watch Zayn once.
I don't need to see the ad again. I don't know why I think he's actually quite good, but I'm just over it. I think I'm seeing him everywhere.
Oh, do you have too many Apple things in your life?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't have any.
He interviews every new album, every artist with a new album.
Right.
Is with him, and I'm like,
because he's on the Apple Music thing. Yes, I see.
He can do some really good stuff, but then other times you can tell he doesn't have any idea.
Yeah.
Or he's like, I don't know, talking to Tonya Todman or...
Tonya Todman?
I don't know. She's the first person that came to my head.
Like this time of year makes me think of Tonya because I once watched a Healthy, Wealthy and Wise
so good.
with Tonya and her idea for a homemade Christmas cracker, which I did do one year because I forgot to buy them, was just get some leftover loo rolls.
Yes. Yep.
And fill them with things and then just wrap some wrapping paper around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be better
That
to do
seems
it with...
unhygienic.
Yeah, maybe do it with paper towel.
No, she said toilet rolls. Right. But that seems very unhygienic for the dinner table. They've been sitting there in the bathroom.
You probably put some lolly snakes in there, not in a wrapper.
No. Tonya.
Oh, she's made some homemade fudge.
She's made my mouth water and not in the good way.
Oh my God. Do you remember the Twitter account that was fake Tonya Todman?
Yes.
Oh, the best.
So good.
So good.
I remember she loved a decoupage.
Oh, she did. And who doesn't? I remember I said decoupage once and someone said, that's a woman's cleavage. I'm like, that's decolletage, you dumbass.
Where were you?
Oh,
one of those stupid gay trivia nights.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
Every time I go to one of them, it's like, these are not the answers to these questions.
But no, that does bring us to almost home.
At the end of the podcast, baby. Almost there, almost home. You could probably say, but you won't because of copyright. That's a no.
Almost home. soon. Well, I hope you enjoyed this bonus half an episode.
I know.
Just like
how have we done that?
because Mariah did that.
Yeah, Mariah's like, I'm done now.
Yeah.
I would like to go home. I'm not touring anymore, and that means even here.
Even-
I'm not touring this set
Not even
anymore.
during this set. Having someone carry my dress across for me. I mean, that was a whole thing.
Oh, I love it. It's what we expect now.
I know.
Like, imagine if you saw her without, a train of
I know.
dancers.
Well,
and-
she never wears a tracksuit, so
no, and why would you?
only
That's very
regular
regular.
people wear tracksuits.
In their defense, they're usually bejeweled.
Bejeweled tracksuits.
yeah.
But yeah, she needs those. That's her look.
Our brains.
A regular fleck look.
Oh my God.
I love regular fleck.
Sounds like an illness.
It is. But yeah, it's been fun. So what is our next surprise? Because we have another festive surprise.
So we've gone and surprised ourselves because initially we were going to do a little commentary on this moment.
Yes.
But we thought, you know what? It's 18 minutes.
Yes.
We've really broken it on down, and it's a lot to expect everyone to set it up for 18 minutes.
Yes.
So we thought, why not have a little look back at last year's Mariah's Magical Christmas special with all of the songs and all of the guest stars in a commentary moment a la Glitter.
Oh my God. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So that might be a couple of days away. Don't know.
Who knows? That'll turn up,
pop up.
hopefully before Christmas.
Yeah. We'll see. We just release it in March.
It's time to watch the Christmas special.
Yay. But yeah, so you'll set yourselves up like you did with the glitter and just see what happens.
And we'll tell you when to press play.
Yes.
And then we shall commence.
I'm excited and terrified because I don't remember what I'll remember and what I won't remember.
Oh, look, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's, I know we've got, there's cartoons, there's
Yes.
Billy Eichner, there's there's a cavalcade of stars all on the Zoom.
There's lighting jokes.
There are lighting
Yeah,
jokes.
there's a stolen baby.
Yes, there's some walls that just move out of the way. There's a sleigh. There's a lot.
Yeah, she goes on tour of her own set.
Yeah.
It's all happening.
Yeah, that's
So,
her.
yeah.
That was her last ever schlep.
Yeah, she's like, it was Greenland. It was awful. All right. Are we good? Are we all festive? Are we
Yes.
full?
All right. Well, that
Stockings?
will be next time here on Me. I Am a Memoir. The meaning of Mariah Carey. Bye, Lamely.
Bye.